for these Baltimore Ravens predictions that if John Harbaugh were not the coach, I'd probably be predicting them to finish 3-13 this year. That's how bad I see them doing if they didn't have such a good coach. I don't think Lamar Jackson is a good quarterback at all. He reminds me a lot of Colin Kaepernick, and all he can do is run the ball, and you don't see him pass for anything. And once defenses key in on that, I don't think he'll be able to succeed. But Colin Kaepernick was also able to have an 8-8 year in Jim Harbaugh's last season in San Francisco. So I think Lamar Jackson's going to have similar mediocre success this year. And I believe the Ravens are going to struggle a little bit. They're not going to be as efficient as they were last year, yet they'll still be contending because they have a great coach. So with that said, let's start the predictions. The Baltimore Ravens start their year in Miami, and I see them taking out the Dolphins like they always do. They host the Arizona Cardinals week 2. They take them down. They head to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Kansas City Chiefs in week 3. That's going to be their first loss of the year. The Cleveland Browns coming to town, and I see the Browns actually stealing one in Baltimore to get revenge for that week 17 loss last year. The Ravens will be 2-2 by this point, heading into a showdown in Pittsburgh. I see the Ravens taking out the Steelers on the road. They're going to host the Bengals in week 6. They're going to do it again, week 6 victory. So by this point, they're feeling good about themselves. They're 4-2. They have a solid defense led by Earl Thomas, their newest acquisition in secondary. And speaking of Earl Thomas, week 7, originally had the Seahawks winning this game, but then I thought about it a little bit more. And it's going to be a revenge game for the Ravens, especially for Earl Thomas. And I see them stealing one in Seattle. So that's going to be the Ravens at 5-2 and heading into the bye week. This is where things get a little bleak. They host the New England Patriots coming out of the bye week, and they fall to 5-3. They head to Cincinnati, and they lose to fall to 5-4. They beat the Texans to get a reprieve. Then they get crushed by the LA Rams. So they're 6-5 by this point. The 49ers coming to town, and the Ravens eke them out. Then they head to Orchard Park, and they lose in a snow-filled game. Yes, I'm predicting the weather several months out. They lose to the Bills to fall to 7-6. They get the Jets, and they beat them to improve to 8-6. They go into Cleveland and lose to fall to 8-7, and they end the year with a win over the Pittsburgh Steelers to finish 9-7. What do you think of these predictions? Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what your thoughts are. Either you think I'm an idiot or you think I'm onto something. Let me know in the comments. Thank you. Bye.